Hi, my name is Josie Medina. Many youth are seeking jobs in order to help provide financial support to their families. Youth want to work because, understanding the circumstances, they realize that their parents might not make enough money to pay the bills. If they were given the opportunity to work, they could buy themselves things. For example, school supplies, clothes, and even electronics. This takes the stress off of their parents and contributes to the economy. Many female and male youth drop out of school due to the increase in teenage pregnancy. Consequently, they are seeking jobs to earn a living and raise a child on their own, along with jobs to earn money to help pay for their education. Youth need the opportunity to gain work experience for future jobs. Without being able to gain work experience, there is no way they will succeed in the future or become successful in a job or career that they choose. Youth find it hard to compete with adults in the labor market because youth lack work experience and work ethic. What kind of jobs should the community offer to youths? Job shadowing in the medical fields, internships in retail and marketing, mentors for corporate jobs, job fairs for a wide variety of career choices, and summer work experience. Now I'd like to introduce you to Marianne.
Hi, my name is Maria Flores. Youth need work-based learning opportunities to learn the skills they need to get jobs. Youth need to have career exploration opportunities so they can have an idea of what they want to do in their lives. Schools should provide youth with internships opportunities so they can learn marketable skills. The education system has set up to prepare youth for college, not enough preparation for workplace. For instance, AVIT, the program that helps youth get into college, focus on prestigious universities and colleges. It doesn't focus on community college because it is considered too low, not academic enough. They make you feel like work experience is important. Yet employees want to know if you have work experience more than anything else. Career centers at high schools are not enough. Career centers seem to be purely informational. They function more like libraries, so that there is no one to help you understand the information and connect it to making career choices. Schools seem to be only interested in students that are going to afford college, for example, UCLA or Fullerton. Schools in the community should provide more job fairs for older youth. You should not feel as if the choice is college or a job. For many youth, it's both, a job and college. This is even more important because as colleges face budget cuts, the number of times a class is offered is being cut back. This makes classes more crowded, and the opportunity to get into a class is more limited. Because of this, it can take longer to finish school. For example, instead of 2 years, it could take 3 years. This requires more money to be able to stay in school and finish. Now I would like to introduce you to Brichette.
Hello, my name is Brichette. And with the need for budget cuts and domestic spending, as a group, you feel vulnerable and expendable from our support of our politicians. On these issues, as these issues that my group has discussed with you today. We would like to be considered and supported much more by our elected leaders and by our community. Within the youth voices of the youth group, 4 have dropped out of high school in return. 8 have graduated high school prior to participation, yet even the ones attending college still need our assistance of our youth centers. Without the reconstruction and encouragement received from our youth centers, such as having the ability to find jobs, being able to feel connected, some of us wouldn't even have considered in college or re-enrolled in school. The centers have brought each of us the opportunity to develop within ourselves strength to succeed in our life and educational goals. For the youth in our group, some are proceeding towards their high school diploma, 10 have started college, and 2 are returning to college. 1 is majoring in political science, 2 are majoring in early childhood development, and 2 in social work, and 1 in music and business management. We are asking as a group for your consideration to be our advocates, which you guys already are. And we may just be youth for now. However, we want to grow into productive adults for the future of this county. So thank you for inviting us here and providing our opinions on these important issues. We will be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you, Michelle.
So they would be happy to have you ask them any questions or make any comments, and I'll just help you with their names if you're not quite sure.
We'll make some comments, and then that might lead to some questions.
Maybe it was me. You know, and I'm just pointing out that there is a need for more youth centers. That's been a real struggle because, you know, we're restricted. Our funding for that comes, you know, from state and federal government. They've been cutting down on the workforce programs and all these programs little by little because of budget constraints or whatever reasons. And for some time, even before we ran into the tough budget times. But we're happy here. We've got $750,000 on the agenda that we'll be approving tomorrow. I'm sure Supervisor Stoneman, I'm sure we'll go for it what we're in for Moreno Valley. And Moreno Valley's really had a struggle. Here's the second largest city in the county, and it's had, you know, off and on with youth centers. It's really important. And, you know, the city has jumped into help, county's help, and the school district is on board. So I think we're going to do a much better job in Moreno Valley. The trouble is it's the funding that's coming from the state and federal level down, and because of all the budget problems that you read and hear about every day, and we're having a real struggle to do that. So we're well aware of those youth centers, and we're going to do everything we can to get more of them. That was Cynthia's comment. Angel showed the positive impact of the youth centers on him. And a man that's married with 2 kids, still going to college, fighting it out. I mean, I really admire what you're doing. It's tough. I did sort of some of the thing. I was married when I started school. I was married, and I had my first child when I graduated from Riverside Community College, and the second one when I graduated from San Diego State. So I came out, you know, in debt, and 2 kids, no job. That wasn't fun, but I found a way. Natalie pointed out the need for positive reinforcing environment. It's not just your teachers, but also mentors, friends, people, might be an uncle or an aunt or parent, somebody that will mentor you. And sometimes you don't have those mentors, and the teacher's the only one, and it's really important that we have good teachers. And that's the problem is right now, the way our system's set up, it's very difficult to get rid of bad teachers. They're just like they get a job for life. Teachers are very important, and the good teachers really, and the administrators really feel held back if you get poor teachers that won't perform. Just like if you're playing basketball and you've got one person that's disinterested, you don't do too well. You got to have all the team has to be working. The other one is Eddie commented on the more support for schools and school buses. That's a problem because the schools get most of the money in the budget goes to schools. 42% of all of the 80 to 100 billion, depending on how you look at the budget, goes to schools. And it seems like the money isn't even spent maybe as wisely as it could. And I think what's happened, they've got so many these special program for this, a program for that, but they don't have money for school buses. I just don't understand that. They get some program or something that the school district doesn't even want or need, but you can't school buses. I think you need to put more authority in your local school board and let them allocate the money where it's needed. And I would bet you if they did that, you'll see more school buses.